Right. So, to all you lazy princesses and princes out there that feel entitled to what other people work for, let me give a little bit of definitions here to tell you what's actually going on. So, my first definition I wrote all these in about 10 minutes. Humanitarian progress, defunding safety and reason, legalizing dangerous drugs, removing good family values from society, and burning towns to the ground while targeting and killing a certain group of people by doing exactly what you say they are doing to you, all while there's people and couples everywhere of all descents living together all around you without a single problem. Sports, the most essential organizations on the planet, where everyone's an expert humanitarian ambassador calling for legalization of dangerous drugs and homosexuality that praises and promotes violence and protesting. Social distancing, when you get so pissed off at all your close family and friends that you never want to speak to them again, or resort to arguments or killing them. Making donations, providing funding to a person that dies 20 times under a different name, and every time their death is more tragic for their families. Definition 2 for making donations, fixing homelessness by providing funding and essential supplies for trade so the so-called poor can get more free cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, and supplies to make homeless signs so they can sit outside sports stadiums, scalping handfuls of tickets before games, and hold up the signs outside the gate when the events are over to get even more funding from the blind public for their habits. All while all the healthy food gets thrown out and they end up living on soda and junk food. Next definition, respiratory infection. A respiratory infection in 2020, like coronavirus, is a virus with no symptoms other than stupidity, hate, and violence that fills the hospitals with patients suffering burns, lacerations, and broken bones, while cancer rates drop to almost nothing and accidents stop killing people. Alright, let's define depression now. Depression, an illness continuously inflicting and forced on people by others, negligence, and judgment, where everyone's an expert and doctors with 19th to 20th century knowledge do nothing but inflict more suffering by giving you a much clearer perspective of what happens, and that there's nothing you can do about it while they give you medication your parents approve of and make you take while right in front of their eyes they fail to see it makes things worse or helps by covering up the problem by causing damage and side effects that can and eventually will kill you. But you, the person taking the medication, are making it all up because you're just being stubborn. Alright. Totally and utterly fucked, which is what mankind is right now. When people fail to look around them and get an understanding of reality before they're all dead and Earth's destroyed right in front of their eyes because they have done everything in their power but help promote world peace at all whatsoever. While people and everyone are so in denial, all they can do is call their names and put words in their mouths by changing the subject to avoid answering questions that speak the truth that they're trying to hide because it benefits someone else, not them. Alright, hell, which is where we're all going. Hell, what you self-inflict on your life from negligence, bad decisions, and not knowing what the fuck you're doing while playing with fire and throwing bricks at one another. I'll tell you what, does that sum that up? I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, if you can't see what you're doing here, I mean, this is what I see on the news. I mean, I couldn't define that any better than that. I mean, I'm one person, all I can do is try.